champions return home. They've won 8 of 9 now, 4-1 in the SEC. Ruben Chinyelu, Michael Nwoko. Lob, Nwoko, and it's back to that UF backcourt. First touch for the Gators. Here's Alex Condon. Condon the spin and the finish. Right before Thomas makes his 2026 debut. Nwoko to Tombano. And a late, but his numbers in league play.
I think the biggest key is getting guards to get comfortable.
He looked pretty good in Nashville, didn't it?
You did like it.
Little wardrobe malfunction, didn't have enough jerseys. Ruben Chinyelu.
Say that. Nwoko can do the same thing for LSU. He's a physical presence.
McKinnon the reverse, nicely done, and he used
the hope of DJ Thomas coming into this game and being able to have an impact.
Boogie Flan, no. Home win against Missouri. It's back on Saturday. Nwoko takes his time and a patient finish.
That goes.
Xavier Lee, great closeout. Now it's Thomas Houck. He's 0 for 2 from downtown. Chance, but they need one of those marquee wins to kind of bolster things. Xavier Lee, good box out, draws the double team. Well, he can be explosive at times. LSU needs that. In and out off the glass. And Lockton just checked in. He'll get the offensive board. Now it's Lee.
Lights out the other day.
10 on the timer, the runner, King. Not this time. How could
for different teams every single night. Look what Texas A&M is doing with buckyball.
Tamba. LSU gets it back in a tie game. Robert Miller on the attack. LB transfer, and the answer is about 5 minutes. And Lockton, the tip in.
Today, shooting.
It looked great at shoot around. We had the microscope right on top of him, examining every maneuver. Condon didn't want the three, drives it inside, and that's why back to the line.
It's more skill-based. We've talked about that. It's skill-based pro style, and these guys were groomed for it.
Miller. Shot clock at 8, and Miller too strong.
In theory, of course.
In theory. Thomas, the runner. Pushed it up there. Was talking to you back in the middle of the summertime, and we looked towards January, and we both kind of agreed together. But Ole Miss is also now 3-2, and the Rebels are back in this conversation.
Think of your own group.
Off the turnover, here's Boogie Flan. With a sick crossover. Tigers just 1 for their last 8. And a foul.
He's
more than 4 points per game, greater than pre-haircut. Hughes, Walter Clayton Jr.'s old barber. And so I think there's a lot of good luck and will constructed there inside. Nwoko against Chinyelu.
Shot, but if you're patient, catch face, you can make a play.
Plan the pump fake, plan the fadeaway, and it's all. Lee off the bounce, and the floater.
Let's attack the basket.
Big possession for the Tigers. McKinnon the lob, and Handlock that got caught in the air. Brown that got called for the infraction. Nwoko outside. That's a 3. LSU
Beautiful.
Needed that one from Rashad. Condon catches. Condon finishes.
Also get out of the way. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean you help the game by getting out of the way.
Nwoko, little Boogie Flan, full head of steam. Handlock in big area you love to live in. Would be great for America.
I like the idea of an official.
Thomas picked up by Flan, and Thomas pushes that one up and short.
I say keep going at it.
Shot clock at 5. There's Condon. 3-point shot hasn't been there so
floor offensively. It makes the game 10 times easier for guys like Xavier Lee and Boogie Flan.
Good defense by
back and getting their base set. Their communication is starting while the ball's in transition
of the game. Miller picked up by Chinyelu. Fade away. Splash. Offensive flash. Fantastic rebound and a great save. Klopchar wide open. Klopchar connects.
As possible, understanding the task at hand.
We've seen Thomas in 2 since. Klopchar takes it. And so Matt McMahon going a little deeper in his bench. Thinks he's Florida Pitt. He's not going to lose control.
Those are mitts.
Land outside to Brown. Approaching a minute to play. Klopchar now to Houck. Thomas Houck on the attack. Chinyelu broke up the lob. Here's Houck. Blocked from behind, but a foul was called.
Free throws are good to get you rolling.
We'll get one more.
I was going to say, unless you
possession for the Tigers, suddenly down 12. McKinnon, big shot top of the plan. Thomas fights through. Boogie to Houp. Houp from downtown.
He's going to start to find it here on the offensive end.
Tigers get it first to start the second half, and inside Tamba, no, the stop.
Pick up fouls.
He's got some ups. Chenyelu does as well against Nwoko, other end, and he connects. Nationally in rebounds per game at over 10 per contest, and already sitting at 9 tonight. So agile, you see the footwork, and he can get under the opposition's skin at times too. Chenyelu back to the free throw line of the week, due in part those stats we just showed you.
Nope.
Boogie plan, coast to coast. 5. Tigers got to go. Thomas sees it. Now open.
You as a guard, you just have to contain the basketball.
Lee's left open.
Nope.
Chenyelu another
A
rebound.
slow developing play.
Alex Condon bully ball. Condon. And somehow Tamba. McKinnon. 2 to shoot. All right, McKinnon's got that shot. Workman-like approach to start for the Gators tonight. A 14-point lead. Boogie Flan. What is LSU with 10 boards? Lee lost it, and Nwoko slammed down by Chenyelu. And that lob, and Miller stuffs it home. Chenyelu gets it back again. Boy, he's just adding to the rebounding stats. And more. But then Michael Marino and what Kentucky did last week in Baton Rouge. Like that's you watch him play at times. He reminds me of Akeem Olajuwon with the defense, the ability to grab the basketball, and the ability to dunk. For LSU trying to battle these injuries. Boogie Flan. Brown skies in for the consideration. Joe Lenardi is on board. They just got to win some games, and especially on the road. It's one of the top free throw shooters on the team. LSU within striking distance. Gators kept the Tigers at arm's length.
Soon so. Maybe it's microwavable. I don't really know.
I like the maple bacon. Boogie Flan likes the pathway.
What rolls there? Why roll all the way to the basket just to get engulfed by giants? Sure how it's been for Xavier Lee, right? Go for 20, then 4, for 16, and then 5.
King able to push his way into the 17 from behind the three-point arc. When Miller wasn't expecting the pass, it caroms out of bounds. It'll stick it when the stroke is fundamentally sound and short. Contact and a foul on Isaiah Brown. About Boogie Flan. Sutton is the chippy. Nwoko on the offensive glass against Condon. And the jump
added balance.
Right, adding balance, but I mean, Xavier Lee. Chenyelu corrals it. Still with time on the shot clock. Chenyelu.
The position he plays with is exactly what you asked for. Never out of position. That's forcing a tough shot. You live with that. It's tough.
Chenyelu again. Rebound number 16.
Got to get Thomas involved. There you go.
Yet to score, and Thomas changes that.
Great offense, but they also guard.
Condon for 3. And that's the shot you want to.
Three-quarter front. Chenyelu just held it. Again, playing the game of position. It allows you to use less effort
on the bench.
You look at the 17 rebound. Oh, man.
Tough shot, a chance for 4. Oh, he's on a.
Boogie Flan's not going to be making shots, especially if Xavier Lee's not going to be making shots. There's 18.
Chenyelu, why not? 66-44. Markel Sutton. Rebound number. And also Lee's fastball that sailed out of bounds in a similar situation on the same side of the floor. And in the paint, Sutton's there. Markel Sutton gets it back. 3rd time's a charm. He's got 19 boards and 15 points. 10 on the offensive glass.
I appreciate being here.
Do you like
it? Good. Yeah.
That's fun.
Oh, man, it's great play.
DJ Thomas off the knee. 3 on the timer. Thomas pulls a 3. Chenyelu, there it is.
Effortless way, too. I think position is something that you learn how to play with. Look at him.
And Condon hacked on the way up by Land.
Oh, 100%. But it allows him to do what he does, which is that mid-range game.
Improve in a considerable way entering the heart of league play in the SEC.
Look, I think it can, but it's better percentage. That's like a coach saying, don't miss it. There's fluidity, like when the music just continues.
Great look inside. Gators have been in control since early in that first half. Klobuchar, key check. Right. And the Florida Gators flexing on their home floor. Getting shoved for a moment. Condon. It's Miller.
I'm worn out just watching it.
Coming up at 9.
Oh, different with Darren Peterson, right?
And this was out of the top 25 last week.
I think that's going to happen more and more.
Todd Golden's never lost to LSU as the head coach at Florida. Klobuchar!
Obviously, now the harder you chase, the more you bring a secondary defender. That's where bigs
Automatic.
I'll take that.
Sutton. Condon outside to Howe. From the corner. Gators trying to win their 5th game in a row. On their way is Sutton. The breakaway jam. And Murphy and Hall. That's a home game for the Gators. Condon gets the bounce. It's close enough.
A lot of people think they could do it, and then they try and realize no.
It sounds bad. You heard them talking about.
Still a lot left to be done here in the season, but you do have to almost look at it like a barometer. Nice. Look at this.
Now, Matt McMahon will go back to the drawing board after this, and he will have some optimism with their...
Everybody's got to adjust to the new reality. You lost your backcourt from a championship team to the NBA. Look at this.
He's going to tie an Odom record tonight with 21 rebounds. Jalen Reese.
For the entire team, because the rest of the team appreciates what these guys deliver every single day in practice. You can't say enough.
Vachev on the court for the Gators. That'll do it. 79-61, the final. The Gators